Government ministers and civic groups from South Sudan, as well as representatives of regional and international countries and institutions, were in Washington this week helping President Salva Kiir push for more investment for the new country. Nearly 6 months after independence, South Sudanese have turned their attention from celebration to development. International support for the new nation's quest is strong. At this week's two-day conference in Washington, hundreds of South Sudanese and their supporters, led by President Salva Kiir, got the opportunity to engage with potential investors and other officials. South Sudan's Information Minister Barnaba Marial Benjamin says the conference offers a promising start.
In terms of tangible help, we have had the Secretary of State Clinton promising American government support for the new republic. We have also heard from the other countries like Netherlands, countries like Norway. The European Union is a co-sponsor, the United Nations, countries like Turkey, and the business community internationally and even within the United States.
Delegates stress that while challenges for the new nation are enormous, they can be overcome with assistance and investment. Minister Gia Chuang Alwong says the country's road system is minimal.
The only way you can cater for the development of the country is not actually developing the main towns, but actually to build the road network that link the main town to the people. Otherwise, you will end up actually crowding the main cities by bringing in people from the countryside and therefore become very negative to the development. And at the end of the day, it will not be productive.
But World Bank President Robert Zoellick commends South Sudan's progress and urges officials to invest wisely in infrastructure, electricity, security, justice, jobs, and other areas. Zoellick says South Sudan can also fuel its own growth by diversifying its economy and properly managing its oil revenues.
You need to own your own country's development. So as you build your own capacity. If you build something, be prepared to operate it and maintain it. But perhaps the most important point now is to act. Sometimes too much advice from donors can overwhelm a new government, even paralyze it. Exercise your judgment as best as you can, and then we and others will work with you to learn and improve. It's natural to make mistakes. It's a process of building.
African Union Commission Deputy Chairman Erastus Mwencha says peace and security are paramount for a new nation.
That's one area that African Union is playing perhaps a major role because, as you know, peace and stability is a precondition for development. And we have remained engaged to make sure that South Sudan remains a peaceful country.
But South Sudan's tensions with the North continue over unresolved elements of the 2005 peace agreement, including border demarcations and oil revenue sharing. Government spokesperson Barnaba Marial Benjamin.
We have other issues like the issue of Abyei, where the Sudan armed forces have occupied that militarily. Now the United Nations through the African Union have got the peacekeeping forces in Abyei, but the government of Sudan in Khartoum has refused to withdraw its forces. This poses a threat. You have seen the fighting in southern Kordofan and southern Blue Nile in the Republic of Sudan. There can be a spillover.
Also in the Washington delegations were women's groups there to articulate their concerns and recommend ways to improve their lives. Davidica Ikai Graciano Ayahu of the Itwok Women's Group says education, money, health, and more importantly, agriculture are among their top concerns.
You see, most of the women are the one doing agriculture productivity, where we thought that 25% of investment should be given for the women so that they can produce more.
White House officials are assessing whether South Sudan is eligible for duty-free treatment on footwear and agricultural products and other goods under the U.S. African Growth and Opportunity Act.